Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 403. There's a lot of episodes. I'm still getting over that. Alrighty, so we are here, as you can see, with the mine shaft going straight through here. And the stronghold that I might have slightly demolished a little bit yesterday unintentionally because I realized just how many silverfish scattered the area. And so, oop, that's okay though. I'll just fix this place up because yeah, there's now a lot of stone brick missing. Unfortunately, I don't have the stone brick required to fix this on me, so we'll have to go back home and get that. I'll probably grab 2 stacks. Howdy, both of y'all, welcome back. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Oh, I'm hungry. Easter break has started. The middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Of course, it's not Easter break for me. I've been on summer vacation for a few years now. Every day feels like break. These tunnels were easier to navigate back before sprinting. I'm starting to realize they're not very sprint friendly anymore. Well, they never have been. Darkness. We should catch some Z's. Holy Thursday or Easter Monday off. Most people have like the week of. So you've got Easter Sunday, Monday through Friday. Easter is one of those 1 week usually breaks. Someone I know has Good Friday off, so that's the Friday before Easter. That's overmorrow. Easter break started because it's Holy Thursday? Am I missing why it's Holy Thursday even though it's Wednesday? Does that mean your Wednesday is over and you don't have school starting Thursday? Well, we're getting close. Pretty soon it'll be time to craft another stack. All right, stone bricks. They're not here. If I wanted to silverfish proof my area, I would just have to build everything out of slabs. They cannot infest slab blocks. Silverfish can only infest the full blocks. I never thought about that before until just yesterday. Anyways, not important to what we're doing. Ends on Wednesday, begins the next Wednesday. So you have the week shifted over by a few days. I wouldn't like that. I'd rather just have Monday to Friday. That pigment took damage. Wasn't by me, therefore no need to get mad. You're only getting Friday off? You only have Friday off for Easter? That's lame. It's not much of a break. That's just a holiday at that point. And we're back. As if there's anyone here to say we're back to. Alright, how many silverfish were here? I'm starting to realize this is several blocks deep in some of these locations that are missing. Whoop. So we'll keep this one here. I'm pretty sure I intentionally wanted to keep this as a staircase. I just haven't put any stair blocks there. Yeah, look at all of this. I didn't need the 2 stacks, but good thing I brought it anyway. Oh, I need cobblestone. I need a cobblestone for that. Alright, let's see. Is anything else missing? I think we're all... Oh, hold up. This entire back area. Alright, let's see. Rig is mandated by law. Interesting. Oh, in fact, hold on. Let me just mine this one. There we go. Alright, hopefully there are no more silverfish around here. I'm looking to see if there are any in the ceiling or walls that I missed. I think I'm satisfied. Alright, well, we're done here, and now this place is safe. We have a pig spawner. It's all neutralized. There's no grass for the pigs to spawn in. No more silverfish are going to keep popping up, bothering my day. I think now we're all set. This place is now safer. Although I will say, that feels dark, and so does that. Is that the other library? I didn't realize these libraries were close together. You can tell how little time I've spent here. Maybe I'll just fix this up. You know, while I'm here, how about I just fill all this in? There we go. I feel like that doesn't look much better, but I still want to keep this here for access to the library. I could just get rid of that. Alright, well, I'm not going to touch it anymore, else I could be here for a while. So, now back to doing what we were going to do, and that was finish up on Zelenico. I don't know if we'll finish it today, but we'll be close. The main structure is done. Oh, that's right, the glass. I didn't spend enough time letting it finish cook. I'm pretty sure I'll have to head back there and see how far we're at. Maybe I should have a smelter over in the spawn chunks. Maybe that'll be beneficial. The whole school being mandated going to church, I feel like I can get chaotic. The sheep have grown up. Alright, we're all set. Away we go. So we need to check the glass. We'll need... What other building material? Not mandated, but recommended. Like, I can understand that more so. I guess I'll see what I want to build next. I'm thinking the outer areas, and that's going to require cobblestone. I imagine pillars and some sort of outer shell for the top portion. They're still cooking 38 each. This is probably going to be close enough if I just grab the stacks I currently have. This will probably be enough glass to finish up what I need. Swap over to Soak Touch before I forget. Wasted glass. So what I'm still imagining is probably cobblestone or stone brick pillars. And then cobblestone trim all the way across the top. That extends outward a block. (1880s to 1940s) sounds like such a short time period. 60 years only. So what, one generation growing up all the way. Yeah, that looks rather plain. It's just all two stripes. Could be worse, could be entirely stone. We'll clean that up real quickly here, but I need to get back to the roof and wrap up on the stone, or not the stone, the glass. What a sight to behold, though. I will say it is rather monotone. I'm hoping I do good with the shelves in here. Chances are we're going to need a lot of ladders, because these shelves are going to be at least to the second cobblestone band. Probably stone, cobblestone, and stone, with the last one being right above there. There we go. When nighttime falls, which is going to be rather soon, we're going to see if anything spawns on glass. I want to see for myself whether or not it's an occurrence, because glasses I thought would be solid because you could put torches on it. Any particular reason why this school year has a ton of breaks for you? Or was I decreasing summer break? School birthday? What do you mean school birthday? You telling me that they celebrate the school's opening anniversary and you get a break from school because of that? In the 3 schools I've been to, none of them celebrated turning any years older. 30th anniversary? It was made in 95? That's so recent. 30 doesn't even feel that special. Usually 20 and 25 are celebrated more. See you later, son. Time to do the mob spawning test. It'd be really cool if nothing can spawn on glass, but we're gonna find out. Gonna trust the viewer this time. Be happy, be happy, be happy. I feel like I know the song. Nothing's just coming to mind, though. I hear, don't worry, be happy. I don't know if that's the same thing, though. Oh, bad guys are spawning down there. If nothing's spawning up here, then that means glass is considered safe. Alright, so it was the song I was thinking of. Alrighty. Yep, if everything's spawning down there and nothing's spawning way over here, then I guess y'all were right. Bad guys do not spawn on glass. We'll catch some Z's and go from there. The only problem is not many things down there are going to start burning because of how much coverage there is. Maybe if I leave the area, they'll despawn by the time I get back. I kind of wish I waited for 2 extra glass, though. It's slightly sad that this is all on 2s and not on 4s. Oh well. We're gonna hope I did my math right initially, because if it turns out I have to cook up even more glass, then I made a big mistake. There's a TV in the janitor's room. When does the janitor watch TV? Does he just stay on campus all the time? Even when he's not working? Oh, I'm not seeing anything down there. Am I really so far away that they've all started despawning without me needing to leave? If so, that'd be nice. Oh, they had the news on. That still seems odd to me because I hear janitor's room and I think janitor closet, but why? And I made a mistake. This one, I forgot 4 of the slabs here. Whoops. No, I forgot 8 because I didn't fill in 2 rows. I only did the 1. That means I forgot the 2 the first time that when I was coming back around doing the last one. I put the 1 down, not realizing that I was missing the first 2 rows. Oopsies. If anyone caught that yesterday, good job, because I didn't realize. Simple fix. Just means I need to come back with some slabs to fix it. One more stack. I'm not going to make it. I don't have enough glass for this. Because each one takes 16. I'm probably going to see if I can find some more sand to start cooking up. Because if this is all the glass I have, this means the next project I need is going to require even more. And yeah, I was right. This ends on 6. Oh well. Yeah, all the bad guys I saw down there are gone now. That was rather fast. I didn't realize how high up I was, except this area is completely cleaned out now. That means the distance between up there and down here is large enough that everything is within the despawning range. And if it really is 27 blocks, this is 22 blocks from the ground to the ceiling. So that's already very close to the distance that I've been holding on to within my brain. Alright, so yeah, let's come back with 8. I need 8 slabs plus whatever glass I have. What else? I guess I'll start grabbing the materials for the outer rim since it won't be too much longer before I have to. Or it won't be too much longer until I'm all done with the skylights. What's probably going to end up happening is I'll deal with the lighting later. Oh, I wonder. Blocks 14, that's 5, 9. Yeah, but diagonal. I was almost thinking, what if I could have the lighting be at the base of each pillar? But then I realized that wouldn't work because there would be too much empty space between. Yeah, how we do it? Hooray, the saplings are doing their job very well. They're great furnace fuel. Yeah, I need more glass. Oop. Might as well steal this, just in case. Rather not run out. I'll just do another 8 stacks. Maybe I should verify how much I have first. Oh yeah, I could do another 8 stacks. Alright. So I'm thinking cobblestone because I want the high contrast. I don't know how much I'm gonna need. So I'll take 2 of these extra shulker boxes. Plus I'm going to need... Oh, whatchamacall, I'm gonna need the stone brick slabs. And then this will let me finish the trim. And then I'm thinking about looking up reference materials to see if there's any sort of design that Costco's normally use for the pillars. Use 2 rows. We'll get back there first and do the trim. It'll be nice once I put all the lighting in the floor because it means I could get a refund with all the stone I'll have to dig up. And that'll also show me just how many redstone lamps I'm going to need. I'll take the slime balls while I'm here. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service, golems. Are we all set? Another 37. That might be enough to finish the slime ball stack. I don't remember what we were at. I should clean up this corner. I feel like if I brought dirt and sort of smoothed out this curve here instead of making it a big old dent, I feel like this would be useful. It would look cleaner. At some point, I'll go around and clean up the chunk borders some more. There's just been other stuff I've been focusing on, such as the big ol' Zelenate kill we're working on. And speaking of the sign, because Potato brought that up in one of the past streams, I'm not yet sure how I'm going to do the sign, but I have to get the outer trim up and going first. And it looks like we have a new trader, because I'm pretty sure this guy disappeared and now he's back. Bucket of pufferfish. Why would I trade 4 rubies for 1 slime ball when slimes are so ever abundant? Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can back up and see the chunk flicker again. So somewhere around here. Hold on, where's the chunk border? Maybe it's right around here. I don't know, not important. Alright, back to work. At some point I'll cover this up, get rid of the staircase, clean it up. That'll be later though. I've just realized that even if I used redstone lamps here in the ceiling, the light's only going to be about halfway down. That's a little crazy to me to think that the building is so tall, no light can reach the surface other than sunlight. I should say skylight because the moon has its own brightness. No way. I am 2 glass short. I was so close to getting this done. I really hope I'm not going to forget about that. That's going to be one of those things where I'm likely to forget just because it's 2 glass. And so I'm not going to see such small a difference. Yeah, as the sun sets and the Zella moon rises, we should catch some Z's. Reset the weather timer. Alright, next step. So if we have this here, what I wanted to do is have... Oh wait, can I even do 3 blocks? Because I wanted this to be 3 blocks tall, but maybe I should test it with 2 blocks first. So I wanted this 1 block gap here, which means I will need to light this up, but that shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I'll put glowstone here. Or more redstone lamps going all the way around. Anyway, not important. So, let's see. If I'm 3 blocks up here, can I see the bottom? Yes, I can. Alright, cool. I guess I'll just go for 3 blocks. Or, you know what? Hold on. We'll do 2.5. The reason for the half is I want to prevent stuff from spawning. So we'll start out with 2 and go from there. Surely I have enough cobblestone, right? Probably. Famous last words. Oopsies. Except I need to make sure they both place. Let's see, what are we at? 26 minutes. Past 26 minutes have gone zoom. Already feels like a lot of time has passed overall, but I'm tackling more things that I need to get done for my little triangle game. I'm now on to the settings as one of the last things I've been procrastinating on for the entire duration of the game series, for the game development. And so, since I'm entering phase 1 of Final Polish, I need to get the settings finished. Most of the setup's complete, I just need to do the physical. When you make this change, apply the setting. Currently, there's only 3 things to change. Music volume, sound effects volume, and brightness. Because I'm not all too sure what else there is to change. The game itself only has 4 primary inputs. 2 for interaction and 2 for movement. I don't know if I need to establish custom key bindings on here, but we'll see. Yeah, thankfully the current settings are all just sliders, and so this should be rather simple to implement. The only thing that would be easier would be a checkbox on or off, but I don't know what to do. My previous game, the Rulers, had a dark mode. I had light theme and dark theme, and light theme was default, but dark theme was rather fun. The only thing is, how that worked is, I replaced every light texture with dark ones, and every dark texture with light. It was rather interesting. It worked well for that game style, though, because of how simple everything was. And so dark theme is rather fun, but I will say every texture was flat, and so it would not work well on my current triangle game. So I would need to apply some sort of filter to every texture or material applied in the world. And I don't know if it's worth doing. So I'm probably not going to have a dark theme this time. Yeah, I don't know really what else to add for settings, other than maybe something for visual quality. But I'm probably not going to worry about that until if we ever get around to console release. It'd be cool if I can release my triangle game on console, but console licenses are expensive. I remember looking into it and seeing the amount of zeros and thought, I'm not going to worry about that. So I'll be focusing on PC release first. Maybe Linux, but I don't have a way to test the Linux build, so I'll have no guarantee whether or not it works. Yeah, it'd be kind of funny if I could get it on mobile, although I'm not too sure how well it would work, since I feel like I'm already getting close to Getting close to the performance limit. We'll see. Still don't have a release date yet, but I'm getting really close. I'm only halfway done with the music. Once the music is completed, I'll probably be focusing on community level support. That is an absolute must by the time the game is released. I should say before the game is released, I need to make sure that's all set up and working. Nope. I was close with the cobblestone. Everything in my inventory almost made it, but thankfully I brought the extra shulker boxes. So we'll go set these down real fast. I don't know how much I need, but hopefully not too much. Oop. Oh wait, I wonder. Okay, this is not Half-Life. You cannot jump and crouch to get slightly higher. I was trying to see if I would be able to jump a block and a half tall, but I don't think it works that way. I have no idea what it is you're referring to when you say completely broken in half. And I don't know if I know what FDS is. Alright, how are we looking? Yeah, that looks way too small. Only 2 blocks. No, I don't know lost levels from All Stars. What are you talking about? If I'm supposed to be cultured in this area of gaming, I can assure you I am not. If you're gonna try to have a conversation, I don't know anything. Super Mario All-Stars? Sounds like a Mario game, but beyond that, I have no idea. I've probably heard of it before. Can't say I've seen anything from it. Alright, there we go. That was bothering me, and I feel better now. Not really, because I still have more holes I need to fill in over here. When did the game release? And that'll tell you whether or not I was ever going to be interested in it. And what platform, I should say. Alright, there we go. Nope, hold up. Compulsive terrain smoothing. Before I was born, I've played games that came out before I was born. Doom is a good example. Doom, Quake, Unreal. I feel like, though, if it's another one of the old school retro styled for the Super Nintendo, yeah, I'm not interested in Super Nintendo games. NES or SNES. Never been my interest. I don't know. What we would call retro games, even though by this point retro gets newer and newer. Beside the point. I don't know. Just not my area of interest. Howdy, howdy, William. This world is not multi-platform as of currently. I only have Java Edition terrain on here. At some point, I won't say probably, I'll say at some point I might do multi-platform conversion tutorials added to the conversion guide. Most of it comes down to utilize a dedicated tool like Chunker and go from there. I used something else for, at least I thought I used something else for my 360 world getting converted over to Minecraft Legacy. I can't remember what program I was, but I don't think it was Chunker for that time. Hello, I howdy to you as well. Alright, I think now we're good to head back. Alright, so I'll need cobblestone slabs, but I feel like this should be taller. Chunker crashed when you try to combine worlds. Chunker is used for converting worlds. I don't think it should be used for combining worlds. Maybe that's where my own guides would come in handy. Yeah, I think that's going to need to be taller. I'll make it 3 blocks. And depending on how I'm feeling, maybe 3.5, but we'll start here. Why is the sun stuttery? I don't know, is the internal server having problems? I hope you're talking about the Minecraft sun. I'm pretty sure the real life sun doesn't stutter. Internal server seems to be running fine. Who knows, maybe it's just a location discrepancy compared to stream frame rate. In game it looks fine to me. I've seen it stutter before though, and that's usually how I can tell when there's an internal server lag spike. Could have been compression. Because the sun itself moves 20 times a second since it's updating every, well, it's supposed to be every game tick. However, though, if the client and internal server become out of sync, then there will be a noticeable jump in time. Because the client sun keeps moving, but then once the server sun catches up, it's like, oh, sorry, the sun isn't this far ahead. Let me set it back for a little bit. Oop. The reason why you could see the effect in its stream when the day counter rolls over, assuming that hasn't been fixed yet, is because the client sun wants to keep moving forward, but the server sun is moving backward. And so they're going in opposite directions for one game tick. It has been fixed. I'm not surprised. I thought I heard that they fixed it a while back. Now let's see, how's this looking? The bug was first introduced back in, I think, release 1.5. Can't remember when it was fixed. If you know what version, feel free to share. But either way, it feels like it was rather short-lived. Too many to count? That's not fun. But why though? When you draw attention to a bug, of course the bug gets fixed. But yeah, I think we're all good. I feel more satisfied with the 3. I'm probably going to add another slab layer on top, but we'll do that later since I don't have any on me. So what we're going to do now is take a quick peek at real-life Costco's. Let's see if I can get an outside shot. Doo-doo-a-doop. Oh, it doesn't have pillars. I'm seeing a split design, top half and bottom half. Too late. I'm not changing it now. So you know what that means. I'm gonna have to come up with my own pillars. Because that's still the design I'm thinking. I don't even know if it's gonna end up looking like a Costco. That's alright. Zelenaco Wholesale. This will be kind of funny when it's all done. Yeah, I'm looking, and I was definitely not at all remembering the design correctly. Well, too late. I'll fix it. No, I'm not going to fix it. I'll just keep going. So, what we're going to do is something totally different then. I'm probably going to stick to cobblestone. Because the amount of stone brick I have, I feel like I do not trust. And so, I think I'll use cobblestone for a higher contrast. Alright, so what we're looking at is probably... I wonder if I can utilize the same pillar pattern. Yeah, players would never normally reach that limit. The only way to do so is by world editing or through commands. But, still rather interesting. Warehouses are cool. Yes, I hear you out there. I think warehouses will always be cool in their design. So this one here. So let me just... Peekaboo. Hi, buddy. So we're looking at these 2 blocks right here, except just like before, we're gonna make these 2 by 2. Oops. Hold up. I need all the cobblestone I can acquire. So these are basically going to be additional support columns, but on the outside. And then they're going to go all the way up to the top. In fact, I might even make them taller. Oops. I'm okay. So let's see, how many blocks away is this? 10 blocks, which means should be 10 blocks from this side. 1. Should be these 2 if I'm remembering correctly. Yep. Alright, let's get building. One thing I also realized, looking at all those Costco pictures, none of them were really brown. Or sorry, they were all like tan and brown, not gray. This probably... You know what happened? I ran out of cobblestone. Oops. Anyways, point being, by the end of this, it's not really going to look like a Costco, because the design and the color scheme were off. But I didn't think to build this out of something tan, like... what would be a block colored like that? Probably something similar to unstained hardened clay. Oops. Hold on here, I'll go back and get that. Well, I'll just need to finish this first. Howdy, Rye, welcome back. So I want these to go all the way up. And then we'll go from there. Oh wait, hold on. You know, if I'm gonna keep climbing on top of this, maybe I should just do boop, boop, boop. Let's go pick up that cobblestone real fast. And take the stairs, because I don't want to keep wasting my saturation on this. Probably should have taken a look to see how it appears from the outside. Oh, you know what? Hold on. This one isn't even used anymore. I'll take that, thank you. In fact, I don't need this one either. And I think there's only 1 block. Yep. You know what I could do? I could put water next to the fire escape. That way I would never need to use the fire escape going down. I don't want to know what the world looks like with Joppa textures. That's going to be a mystery left unsolved. There we go, that feels alright. I won't be able to put 2 pillars in the middle. I'm considering having one right in the middle, the very center. The only thing is, if I want to have a good looking sign, I should take advantage of the full space there. I'm just going to have to do some math because I don't know how wide the sign's going to need to be. Alright, well anyways, with that all taken care of, let's see how many blocks from the edge. It should be 11 because it's 10 plus the wall. Yep, so that's 11, which means 1 right here. This one soak touch. Yep. Touch some Z's as the Zella Moon rises, and I don't know why my hand is sticking up like that. Yeah, when the world becomes available for download, y'all are free to check it out. Time approaches soon, because there's only, what, 4 months until then? It's weird to think that after waiting about 2.5 years for UMP to start up again, there's already 4 months left for the time being. It. Yes, it. What is it? I don't know what song that is. It's on like Rock Band or something. It's it. What is it? Can't remember the name of the song. Alright, so if we're looking at... Oh, that was a spider that I saw poof out of existence. We're looking at 9 total pillars. Each one is exactly 10 blocks spaced. Here we are. Recent versions you remember coming out. When did you... I know you've told me before, because I've asked most of my regular viewers at some point. When did you start playing? Because I absolutely remember when 1.14 came out, and I was like, I don't like these textures, and so I would always use program art. And then eventually, other alpha-based resource packs were updated, and then I felt better. 1.5. Okay, that wasn't too much. Well, I say not too much, but that was like a year behind me then. Yeah, we're definitely gonna feel like 1.17 already. I remember the whole split between the versions back in 2021. Yeah, we'll get to there soon. All right, 1, 2, 10, block, block. Block, block. How many are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turned right in the taxi? Yeah, you were talking about a taxi, and I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's seen taxis before, right? How bad must you have spelled it? $11. All right, we're all good. We're all good. Anyways, 1.12.2 is as of right now, understandable mark of old point, because if the game's about 16 years old, 8 years ago, we were looking at 2017. 1.12 came out in 2017. Therefore, 1.12 is about halfway in Minecraft's entire lifespan, as of now. Of course, as more time passes, it's not going to be halfway anymore. We'll get to 1.13 being halfway, then 1.14, and so on. We're not there yet, but as of right now, 1.12 is about half a Minecraft lifespan ago, if you want to think about it that way. Every version will feel older as time passes. You just have to wait around a while. That's part of the reasons why UMP goes on its nice multi-year break, so that by the time I end off the version, it feels old. 1.17 doesn't feel old yet, but in terms of being 4 years ago, that's about a quarter of Minecraft's lifespan. And so, I guess that's a while back. .12 will always be a pretty good version. As an update, it's alright, but as a version, I think it's good. 1.12 will be many folks' favorites. Part of what makes 1.12 so good was how big the modding support was for it. Still is, I should say. Those mods still exist. Surely they haven't gone away from the internet that quickly. I don't know how many mods are saved on MC Archive, but I'd like to hope there are plenty of 1.12 mods on there. That tree looks so sad. It really needs to be fixed, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll see how many oak leaves I currently have. For some reason, I feel like I picked up a lot. Oh, you know what? It wasn't oak leaves. I picked up dark oak leaves. Okay, well, either way, I'm going to have to fix that tree. I just don't remember how it used to be. I have an image for what I think it was, but I just don't have the... I don't have the, whatchamacallits. I don't have the oak leaves right now to fix it. Until post 1.9. Such a youngin'. With how much time has passed in Minecraft years over the past 16, that's certainly a lot. At some point, I figured out when Minecraft was gonna be... I should say when Minecraft was gonna be half as old as me, but I can't remember when it was. Or maybe I was using it based on half of my life I've been playing Minecraft. 2.5 months. UMP Part 4 is going to be there. I wonder, thinking about it, because I still think way back to Part 3, one of my viewers at the time saying, man, when UMP returns, I'm going to be an adult by then. And so I think to myself, how many adults have, or I should say, how many viewers have become adults within the lifespan of UMP? The more time passes, the more there will be. I'm not going to end in July, we're going until August. We're going to be the day before UMP's 4-year anniversary. It can't be the day of, because, you know, every year the day shifts over. The day shifts over one day of the week. Except for leap years, in which case it shifts over 2. Uh-oh. Good thing I picked up that cobblestone. I would not have wanted to jump down to get it. Thought I saw a sleeper, not a sleeper, a creeper, but I think it was a slime. The sleeper, the slime and creeper. I just saw something green moving, and my immediate reaction is, it's gonna explode. Ian, why is it wild that you feel older than other folks? I've gotten past that point by now. I feel like the only viewer older than me is Paul at this point, and that's because he's been around for many decades before us. Alright, 2 more pillars, we're almost done. I'm getting tired of needing to take the stairs every time, but I don't want to spend the saturation. I'm not concerned about armor damage anymore. I don't even know, hold on. Do you still take armor damage from fall damage? Maybe not. You used to, because armor used to block every type of damage. Maybe it doesn't anymore. Unless they set that back in more recent versions where the boots take fall damage and not every armor piece. Maybe I'm just still in the time where it's not affected yet. Or I need to take even more damage and because of unbreaking. Oh well, not important. Start in 1.7? That would have been late 2013, early 2014. Because I believe 1.7 released in October of 2013, with horses being, I think July or August, maybe even September. I can't remember. For how big of an update 1.7 was, I was kind of surprised that it didn't take too long to develop after 1.6. I remember right way back when you announced you were 15, however long ago. It was one time. Can't remember if it was my stream or on Methods. I just never thought, wow, 2 years have passed. We're done. Kinda. We're done with 2 of the sides. I'm halfway done. Because I still have the pillars on the back one, the back side, and the front, or the other side. Alrighty, so what we're looking for, this door might have to move, because I want the pillar here, probably. Unless if I just not build the pillar. Otherwise, this door would have to move. The front gets an exception because I specifically want those 2 large double doors. Costco has 1 big door for entrance and 1 big door for the exit. Plus, this gives me plenty of space to put a nice big sign somewhere up there. Howdy, Costco, welcome back. So, anyway, let's start working on the next pillars. We'll probably do this side and then save the back for last, since I'm pretty sure that'll go by quickly. Relative, of course. You had to return a 3-season set. It already arrived. You checked it out, and now you're giving it back. That was fast. $11, which means it starts here, I believe. Box was in a right state. You're probably gonna have to Americanize right for me. Alright, so I need... Hold up. There you go. Alright. Understandable. Those are like two opposites. I hear right and I think correct, other than direction, of course. All right, so if this is here, one, two, those two. There's also like it's right there. That is true. That is another way. That's just not my first thought, though. $11. We're all good. Hooray. All right, cool. When we head back, before we go down, I'll need to grab more cobblestone. I had to put on subtitles because of how bad the accent was. That's rather unfortunate. Watch the whole run? Alright, how many episodes of SpongeBob? Including the movies. Because if you're gonna go all the way, you might as well. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I'm getting low on cobblestone. Oop. 300 plus 3 mainline movies. Are there like spin-off movies? Because for some reason I was thinking we were up to 5 by now. I've only seen the first 2. 300 plus 3 main movies is not as bad though as Doctor Who at 3 times that, if you include the spin-offs. Sandy and Plankton have their own films. That's probably what I was thinking of then. Didn't Patrick have his own thing? Unless that's a show. He had his own show. Over 800. Yeah, I got my 949 number from the amount of spin-offs I got through. It's only unavailable if you believe it to be unavailable. Puts on hat. This staircase is starting to get annoying. I really need that fire escape. Maybe I'll have multiple. Maybe I'll have one fire escape on this side and one fire escape on the other side. Region locked DVDs make me so mad. I'll apply that to Blu-ray, but Blu-ray's not as bad because, thankfully, I watch a lot of anime. I should say I've watched. And so, thankfully for Blu-rays, Japan is region A, like North America. And so, thankfully, I get to watch Japanese Blu-rays. However, DVDs, they are region 2, I think. And so I don't get the luxury to watch Japanese DVDs. Anyways, point being, region locked optical media brings a big bowl of sadness every time I have to eat it. I feel like I've seen more multi-region Blu-ray than multi-region DVDs. That could just be where I'm looking and whatnot. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to get a region-free player because I have a few that I need to watch. Well, not need, but I would prefer since I own it and my Region 1 Blu-ray. I should say my Region A Blu-ray player and my Region 1 DVD player says no thank you. I'd rather just invest in a new player. I feel like that would be most beneficial for future proofing. I'm not enough of a DVD fan to invest in a DVD player. I'd have to upgrade to Blu-ray. You know, if I can find one, I'd rather see if I can get a 4K player that is also region free for regular Blu-rays and DVDs. Sure, it's going to be expensive, but it'll be worthwhile investment. I haven't invested in anything 4K other than the optical media, and technically the Apple TV is 4K compatible, but not the TV, not the cable, not the player. So that'll be on the upgrade path whenever I feel like dropping the money on it. Region locked media, not just for optical media, but including streaming services as well, will always be sadness. But yeah, I've definitely flown the Jolly Rogers a fair amount. Sixty episodes, not too bad. If you do, was it around 8 episodes a day? You can get through that in a week. Canadian Netflix is more stacked than American. Interesting. I can't remember the last time I used Netflix. It's been a while. I just haven't watched anything interesting. One thing I watched on Netflix a while back, and I thought about it again, because turns out there's another sequel series or something. Y'all ever heard of Mini Force? That's certainly a show of like animals, but kind of like Power Rangers, and also kind of like Voltron. Anyways, that was one of the series that I did enjoy back when it was still on Netflix. Oops, I'm sleeping the wrong way. And turns out there's another series that I haven't seen yet for it. I'll get there when I do. Do you currently not have a easy way to watch classic run of SpongeBob? Oh wait, I feel like you were telling me this already. You were sick in March, that's not fun. At least you were able to catch up on stuff. For how big of an IP SpongeBob is, I'm surprised it's not as available. Oop, for a second I thought I ran out of cobblestone. Alright, we're all good. So other than potentially doing something with that door over there, you know what I need? I need the loading bay in the back. Before I start working on the pillars, maybe I'll do something similar. I'll probably shift them over, because if I have the primary entrance here, the gardening entrance here, I would need the proper loading bays when they pull on up with the big trucks. That would be... I did see that zombie disappear out of existence. Probably over here. Series that are not all contained in one area is another bowl of sadness. Because I think to myself, could y'all license holders really not strike a deal to keep it in one area? Alright, so it looks like I just used 2 of the pillars. And then over here, I'm probably going to have a smaller gap and more than just 2 doors. So it might not be as important. We'll see. Maybe if I started more on this side. So if this is the first pillar, what sort of change happened in Season 8? I'll probably have 4 blocks between. Very well could have been a licensing change. Oh well. 2, 3, 4. Okay, the question is, do I want one more? Part of me does. Part of me thinks, is it really necessary? Could have also moved this over by another 2 blocks, try to fit one more door over here. No, I'll probably just add one more. So the question is, how many of these do I not have to make? So there's one pillar, and that one's blocking the exit. Alright, so we're gonna be short 2 pillars over here. That'll be alright. Famous last words. I'll probably just finish this one real fast since there's only 4 pillars normally. I wonder how much content, how many SpongeBob episodes are on Daily Motion. Because hearing you mention YouTube, I thought to myself, I feel like stuff sticks around longer on Daily Motion, just because it's not as monitored compared to YouTube. I wouldn't be surprised if Season 1 was painted with the most colors. That was the, hey, we're gonna do something new sort of thing. Up. How about we avoid the slime? No slime for me. It's already been an hour and 14. Where's the time gone? Last I looked, we were only about 20 or 30 minutes into this. Time goes zoom. There might be more on Internet Archive, but I feel like SpongeBob is something that would be policed more on there. Let me steal that. Oop, that didn't place. And we're done! Hooray! For the most part, I should say. We're done with all the pillars and whatnot. So all of those are now taken care of, and now I can relax. That's not true, because we still have more stuff to do. I kind of feel like expanding these to be inclusive on the backside, though. I wonder, since I haven't seen SpongeBob in chronological order enough to know if there was a sudden drop after the movie or not. Am I missing a pillar here? That's where the door is, right? Yeah, that's why it's missing. I'm probably going to add one additional block on top of this because I'm still considering having another slab go all the way around. You know what I should do first, though? I should get the lighting done. Alright, are we good? I think we're all done. Okay, now I feel better because I realized that just seemed a little odd. I feel like I've seen Krusty Towers, but I feel like I don't remember anything from it. I'm sure there are so many episodes I don't remember watching because there are so many I didn't watch, and I instead ended up rewatching a lot of the same ones. All right, let's see. So how's this looking from the outside? Man, this is something that's starting to rival the my ice cream tower over there, or ice cream station. I guess it's more like ice cream station number 2 because the first one's still buried. That's a lower point for the world. I remember Bubble Buddies. I feel like I should put something in the corner, but at the same time, I don't know if I should. I might just leave it as it is. No, we gotta do it. It's bothering me. One more pillar in each of the corners, then I'll feel better. Because it works because this is the 11th block, which means it's supposed to be here anyway. Let's wrap this one real fast and then we'll sleep on the roof again. If the distance up until the corner was less, I should say if it was shorter on each side, probably would not have stood out as much. Oh wait, this is supposed to be 2 blocks. Oops, hold up. I'll be back, says the Terminator. Huzzah! We're not sleeping on the roof, we're gonna sleep down here. Probably. And just like that, I freed up another inventory slot. Alright, now we'll sleep. And a doink. That was the episode it was from. I'm getting memories. I could still hear that clip in my head. Oh wait, I just realized if I did do it like that, then this would end up being 3x3. Every once in a while, real life food places get that call. I feel like many people are able to hear the clip in their head. It's just been so ingrained. Alright, how are we looking? Does this feel better? Other than it being slightly wide, but there's no geometric way to correct that. The only way to correct it being so wide would be is if I had additional space between the two pillars. So keep the 11th block, which would put this at the very edge. I'll probably just leave it as it is. Alright, let's go do the same thing 3 more times. I feel like I haven't heard the Ugly Clam story in so long. Oh wait, hold on. Was it Ugly Clam or Ugly Barnacle? Okay, oops. That one's not. Anything important? Nope. Alright. The Ugly Barnacle story was supposed to help make SpongeBob cheer up, right? As told by Patrick. Howdy, Potato. Welcome back with all your Zelda talk. I feel like you sent me a message yesterday, and I skimmed it, and I don't think I ever answered. I was supposed to look back at it, but I was doing game development, and then I never did. From Something Smells. Yes, I do remember that then. Oop, hold up. There we go. Did I do the same on this side? No, I missed it. Oops. Alright, now the front's completed. Alright, how are we looking? Oh no, I missed a block. I didn't mean to click that one. Oops. There we go. Hippity hoppity, this cobblestone's now my property. Okay, now how is it looking? I definitely need to put that sign right smack dab in the middle. That'll make me feel better. Because that feels empty, whereas if we were to go way off to the side over here, this feels better. Alright, whoops. Oops, I still have sand. I didn't dig this up. I didn't replace it with dirt yet. At some point I might. We'll see how much of this water ends up sticking around for a while. I feel like there's a lot of shallow lakes scattered through these classic chunks that I'm considering just saying farewell to. I feel like you told me before, but I can't remember your reasoning. Why you said it was easier to do world building for other people's IPs as opposed to making something your own. I remember this discussion a long time ago, probably before UMP Part 4. Okay, just past noon will be fine. I guess we just think differently because I'd rather have the freedom of starting something new as opposed to building off of other people's works. As time passed, I've relied more on my own creative assets. Think I can make it into the water? Think I can make it? Hiya! I made it. Alright, I think we're good. With all this world building and other concepts you have been working on, did you already say before what you planned on putting it towards other than writing your own stories? Is Pixelmon still around or was that officially gone? Because I feel like they finally caught up with Pixelmon after a very long time, and I can't remember what happened to it. Alright, I think we'll just jump from here and see how this looks. Because I saw the front, now I need to see how it looks from around back. And how are we looking? Oh, that's not so bad, having the two different doors there. The only problem is, it feels like they should be shifted over slightly, because it's offset. I'm probably going to end up doing that, moving the doors over by one, but that was probably loud. Yeah, that bothers me just enough to think that one block would fix it. Pixelmon will never be wiped from the internet, but I don't know if it was still in active development or official availability. Howdy slime, how's it going? There might be another slime chunk over here unless they all migrated. Hiya! Oops. Hiya! Alright, how are we looking? I'm missing some. Where am I missing some? Oops, this one's only 3. One 1.20.2. Maybe it is still in development, and they were able to get away with it. Alright, there we go. The only problem with these doors is now they're kind of offset by a block. They've been placed on the odd number axis as opposed to even number. Yeah, I'll never understand being against fan content either. Alright, let's get all this down. Most Minecraft mods aren't monetized. Looking to use Sonic Ether's unbelievable shaders. Ah, I'm 1 block short. Like, dude, how about I just get rid of all of this? I don't need this grass here. Alright, now we can catch some Z's. I'm I'm pretty sure paid mods have had a crackdown ever since they really started enforcing the TOS. I can't remember which ones were still around, though. Alright, I don't feel like dealing with that. So, with all this dirt, how about we go touch upon that lake I was talking about earlier? But first, I should fill this in. Make this a nice smooth curve. Alright, there we go. At some point, this sand will probably be dug up, but that can wait for now. So, at last, we've completed. Oh, hold up. That doesn't feel positioned right. The urge to keep working on my Zelenako, yet there's this terrain that bothers me. And I look at it and think, how can this be corrected? Most fun thing you've done in years. Interesting. As long as you enjoy doing it, then keep on going. Alright, oh, did I never fix this water? Hold on. This doesn't look straight. Oopsies, I was supposed to fix that. Alright, I'll need to come back here with a water bucket. We're gonna do that now before I forget. But with all this taken care of, we have the doors. I think the lights are next. I was planning on doing the shelves, but I think I'll position the shelves based around the lights because I want the lights to look good. What hosting site are you referring to? "10 years ago, you used to hate character stuff." 10 years ago, you were still mid-teens or early. I don't know how much character stuff small fries are interested in. I never really participated much. I like the action and the story. And time travel, which is why I'm a fan of Interstellar and haven't seen it in a while. Oh, Roblox, I see. Oh, hold up. Are there slime balls from that? I think a slime jumped into the bush. I don't see any slime balls, but I did see the particles. Alright, with the amount of slime balls we have, all of this is going to have to be put away. So I still have that much cobblestone. That's not a lot, though. Want the action, play the game. I cannot see myself playing Zelda for a long while. Unless if I have magic availability rather quickly. I already have magic availability, but there's other stuff I'm doing first. Let me craft all this into another stack of blocks. Adoink! That was a delay. Almost clicked the button too quickly. There we go. I don't know what I'll do with 11 stacks of slime blocks. Maybe I'll build a bounce house out of it. I should put that on the bounty board before I forget. Alright, I need to find sand. Some news on the 5060. What about the 5060? Coming out soon. Trademark. I don't remember if it was with the original 50 series launch series. It's coming out. Wow, such news. Seeing as they've had generation 60s before, I'm not at all surprised. Was it expected to not come out? I needed glass. How much glass do I have? Because I totally ran out. Only 8 and 16? But how? Why is it still so low? Video games require more VRAM these days. I don't even know what my 3070 has. I feel like 12 maybe? No, it's at 8. Sad times. I could use something with 12. I want you to buy 2. How many people... You know, that's not entirely an incorrect statement, because there is a way linking up 2 graphics cards, essentially use them as one, utilizing the dedicated cable and the ports between the 2. I've seen it before. I've never done so myself because I haven't spent the money on 2 identical cards. Alright, I needed the glass. I don't think I needed the dirt. I needed... What other item? I just said... Oh yeah, I was gonna update the bounty board because I was gonna put the whatchamacallits on there. Alright, I'm thinking... Signs are over here. Nope, signs are over here. I think I only need 2, because if I do not put slime bounce castle, I will forget. But that would be a total usage for all those slime blocks I keep getting. AMD is gonna release the 9060? Ah, nah. Sure, it's gonna take NVIDIA about, let's see, if it's one every 2 years. I think we've kind of slowed down to like one every 3 years, though. Anyways, 2 to 3 years. If we're at 50, it's gonna take about 8 years, 8 to 12 years or so. NVIDIA is gonna have their 90 series. Anyways, not important. Alright, so I need... Yeah, in progress. I just need to mark in progress. Okay, so yeah. Slime bounce castle. The bounce castle is not going to be nearly as bouncy as what we have in the real world, but it'll be something. Maybe I'll make a diving board for it. Alright, there you go. Yeah, I can't seem to remember what else I was supposed to get, so we're just going to focus on the glass, and then I'll examine where I'm currently at. I still have to fix the map, but we're going to have to wait around a couple versions. Probably by 1.15 I'll fix it, because I don't know if we're going to have any more problems. Aren't there generally anti-monopoly laws to ensure that there is always competition of sorts? Good for the consumers and markets and whatnot. Monopolies are anti-consumer. Well, let's see if we can get the beacon effect. Oh, water bucket. Hold up. I remembered. Going for a swim reminded me. I had to fix the water because I forgot to do it before. Hello, hi, howdy, welcome back. What do we have? Another 20 minutes left of the day. And now we have even more slime balls. I haven't tried Half-Life 2 RTX yet because of the install size. I'd have to uninstall Split Fiction for that. We are indeed gonna have to see. We've only been, what, 3 months? Like 3 true months into the term out of 4 years. We'll see what happens next. Let's see, where do I keep the water buckets? AMD has their own dedicated ray tracing, right? Or is it not dedicated? Does at least it does have ray tracing support, just not dedicated RTX. Alright, that's what I was thinking. Does it have its own does AMD have its own dedicated ray tracing system, or is it like what is it? DirectX 12, I think, 12 point whatever, that has its own ray tracing built in, and that is the generic software renderer. Oh, let me steal this water real fast. Dedicated but not massive. I see. Wow, that looks so much nicer. Having those pillars, having the tall pillars makes the side look much better, because now it's just gray strip. Ah, I'm liking this. Doesn't every new card, or I should say, isn't every new card supposed to have better performance with ray tracing as the technology improves? I feel like way back when the 30 series came out, there's comparisons between, I should say, the NVIDIA 30 series, that there were comparisons between the 20 series RTX and the 30 series on how they both handled ray tracing. And the 30 series was an improvement. Oh, that's some stone I want to get rid of. Oh, I should have done that, because now I don't have the dirt to fill all this in. I'll just have to go get some. Probably still some of that. Oh, nope, maybe not. Uh-oh, that's a cave. I did not realize I had a cave there. Hold on, let's see. Let's see if I can access that cave from this point, but I don't know if I can. I saw that. I saw the green bean. Hello. Ow. I didn't want a skylight here. Excuse me. Let's see, now I need even more dirt to fix that. But looking at that cave, I feel like I didn't have anything down there. I'm sure as time passes, ray tracing will be better optimized, because I do like the effect once used correctly. I just feel like there's a lot of incorrect ways to use it. There's also the game performance as a whole, because most games that utilize ray tracing are already high end on the graphical scale as is. However, surprise, surprise, I have ray tracing support in my Five Nights at Freddy's fan game called When Bad Things Arrive. I added ray tracing support on there just as a little test, and it's not as noticeable just playing it normally, but if you see the comparison between when it's on or off, it is a noticeable difference. I don't know how many people would utilize it, but I thought that was mildly comedic. But at the same time, at least it's there. So it looks like this wasn't a cave at all. Well, it was. It just didn't provide anything useful. Upscaling as in the render resolution, whereas DLSS. Okay, so yeah, where the game itself renders lower resolution, and then it use the upscaling to the higher resolution. Progress bar 95 that had ray tracing. I haven't seen the game itself. I just remember you talking about it a lot. And I think to myself, what is there that what is there that would benefit from it? I can't remember if I got ray tracing support in. Oh, you know, I don't think I did. I don't think I ever added ray tracing support to the Rulers because I was still using Unreal 4 for that. I was supposed to get it to Unreal 5, but the performance dropped and physics didn't work the same. So I never did the engine upgrade like I did for When Bad Things Arrive. So because that was using 5.1, that's how I was able to get properly implemented ray tracing. It even appears on mobile devices. If the option is on mobile devices, then they just left that in. Here's a question about the AI bubble you want to pop. Do you expect it to? Within a reasonable time frame? As of right now, I can't see that happening for the reason of there will be changes and innovations as they would advertise. I would say, nope, keep investing. Keep being interested. We'll see how long it takes. I'm not going to bet against it because I'm not enough experienced in the field or in economics. But we'll see. So yeah, for the lighting, I'll have to do some visual tests. Oh, in fact, I could just use torches since this will count as the light levels. So if I had these four, problem is way off over here. I'd have to come up with something different. So other than that, how would it be in the middle? Oh, the ray tracing is the joke. A literal joke. I see. I understand now. Okay, so this is 14. Yeah, that's the problem. I have to do something in the middle as well. So 14. This is 9. That's okay. I think I might just do it like that. If I have one at the base of each pillar, plus if there's an imaginary pillar here. So then that way, this is only 2 blocks diagonal. So that would put one here. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. AI implemented into washing machine. I don't know if I've heard about a washing machine with AI, but I've heard about a washing machine with Wi-Fi. Maybe that was the same type. Alright, I think we're all set now. I know what I'm doing. Famous last words. Maybe once I get this all taken care of, I'll be able to see just how much. I should say just how many redstone lamps this is going to take before I invest in whatever I'm going to do up top. These days, I don't know if I'm just not viewing like advertisements or consumer spaces or whatever, but like I don't see AI advertised in stuff. And I feel like if this is 1, 2, that means this is supposed to be here. AI and paint. I feel like you or someone else was talking about that recently. And I can't remember. I should say I remember asking what for. It's just in every app. I don't use enough modern apps that would support it. If you're talking about stuff like mobile and desktop, probably even console as well. Do I just not experience enough consumerism to see whatever modern day things we have? It's hit the point for me where it's like, I know it's everywhere. And I see people on Twitter using it all the time. But like, it's just there now. Someone I know, surprisingly, uses Snapchat. There's like 2 people I have on there that I just follow or are friends with, and they post somewhat frequently. Every once in a while, a couple other people will post. Yeah, I only know one person who uses it to talk with. As someone said in my ways, there are very few times I would use modern products because I don't buy stuff. I'm not looking to buy stuff regularly. So I guess I'm not seeing what it is you're referring to. I don't watch TV for commercials. I don't view ads online when I'm watching videos and whatnot. And so I'm trying to figure out where else I would see this. The reason why there are so many things with AI implementation is, oh, GPT is taken off very well. Let's do our own. That's the way I view it. And turns out we already have about 7 minutes left of the day. No, 6 minutes. Fantasy map generator. Is it? There was one map generator I saw online. It was advertised in a video used for like world building and whatnot. And so, was it one where it straight up is like a 2D generator? You could use different templates, but then it allows you to sort of create different areas on there, and it sort of auto-generates the spaces between. It's not a noise generator. Think of a literal world map or like a region map for a fantasy world. That's what I have in my mind. So it's not like Minecraft noise map. I can't remember the name of it, but that very well could have been it. If I saw like screenshots or a quick demonstration of the map generator, I'd know if it looked familiar or not. Of course, there could be multiple. I was looking into like world building tools back when I was still writing my book, and so that was one of the things listed on there, was one of the map generators. I didn't need to do so since we already kind of put together the town ourselves. Yeah, the web version online map generator is what I was thinking. It's a rather lightweight program, so I can see it being run in browser. I'm rather glad that I don't have smooth lighting on because I'm able to easily tell where the skylight is compared to the other stuff. And then once this is all taken care of, I'll have to go back to all the pillars as well. And all along the sides. But even as statistics, I might have missed that feature. That's rather cool. Let's see, OBS says about 3 minutes. Because I am indeed watching the clock. 3 minutes and I get some lunch. That's not true. It's more like 10 minutes until I get lunch because I'll have to leave my room, enter the kitchen, and then heat it up. I don't know what lunch is yet. I'll figure it out when I get there. I don't think we're going to have enough time to dig up all of the extra holes, though. I'll probably be able to finish the one around the edges, though. That is very detailed, but I can understand it being very detailed because those are the types of things that if you want to create an entire world, this is what it would be utilized for. It is indeed rather interesting. I just don't know if I'll ever be writing any stories that have brand new worlds like this. Howdy, howdy, welcome to the last few minutes of the day, since there's not a lot of stream left for this. Looks like my new thumbnail is working. Every time, I should say most of the time whenever I change a thumbnail, I get new viewers. Rather interesting. Hooray, psychology. So if we're looking at every 2 blocks, hold on, let me go back to the corner way over here, see if I could sort of expand what I'm the pattern I'm trying to go for. I need food. Because I think, let's see, is that one right? Because hold on, let me clear up more of these pillars real fast. I have not at all watched enough Technoblade to bring to mind what his voice sounds like. Yeah, YouTube likes new, and so YouTube's like, oh, new thumbnail, new video, new content. I should push this out some. That's supposed to inspire me to change the thumbnail more frequently. I just want to focus on making the content though. And so sure, it only takes less than 5 minutes to find a new place, take a new screenshot, use that as a new thumbnail. I just can't bring myself to spend the time to do so. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. So then yes, this one is correct. We're gonna have 2 lights right by the front door. We'll see if we do anything with that. Maybe this is how I'll judge. I just have to look over at where the pillar is, because I know it's 2 blocks diagonal from here. Sets it right up against the wall. We've also passed 2 hours, so this is going to be the last for the day. Looks like there's going to be one in the corner. I'll take care of that real fast. For each corner, I should say. And then eventually I'll have to go down there and dig up all the space in between. But yeah, for any of y'all have any final thoughts, start saying them now as I get to the last couple blocks here. Then we'll be back again tomorrow. Should be a regular Thursday. And yeah, we'll start working on the lighting system. I don't know how much glowstone I have though. I have a fair amount of it, but I don't know if I have enough glowstone to light up all of this. So we'll see when I make all the redstone lamps. I should have plenty of redstone dust, I would like to hope. If not, I have fortune and I still have a bunch of the redstone ore. But yeah, we'll just head back to start and then call it a day. If we're on pre-release 4, I think it'll be the full release of 1.14.3. And the 1.14.4 has 7 snapshots. So we're going to be in 1.14.4 pre-releases for most of next week. Well, yeah, that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.